And people can hear me. Oh goodness. Okay.
Make sure to join share chat.
Yes, let me go do that real quick for
Yeah, I have a message for you.
There we go. Alright. What a lovely content warning to see from Autumn as I open it all up.
What are you talking about? There's no content warning there.
Welcome to this episode.
Fear and terror, thank you. Alright, so double willpower check.
14.
Yeah. So I hear the ceramic mug shattering. I'm imagining that after all the revelations of the day before, I was just like dead asleep, like just like zombified, like was trying to sleep, couldn't sleep, finally fell into a fitful sleep throughout the night, and then that shatter, I just sit bolt upright, like in like a small shriek of just like utter terror for a second of just a what? And I like, look around, see nothing. Figure it must be from the like front room area, and immediately like throw on some clothes and like just rush out, like thinking, oh, something's happening, like was that glass shattering, someone break in, like run out with my staff already in hand, like about to hit a
PTSD
bitch.
of a window shattering.
Yeah, literally like running out with my staff already in hand, ready to hit a bit. Like, what do I see when I get out? I wasn't here for any of the descriptions yet.
No, you walk out and you see everyone kind of standing there eating their breakfast and drinking their yapon, except for Shireen, who has dropped the ceramic mug and is reciting a prayer incredibly freaking fast.
And Daria cleaning up the mug.
What?
And Hawthorne staring at the ground and looking like he's about to cry.
What happened out here?
Oh, breakfast is ready. We just dropped a mug. Hey,
why?
Have you ever heard of the name Thana?
Do I'm assuming I know the name.
Give me a double willpower save.
Oh my gosh,
things to say!
Blunt, you just saw that reaction, you decided to blurt it out. Oh my gosh. Aria will facepalm.
Difficulty, DM?
Uh-huh. That's gonna be a 10.
Okay,
Aria facepalms and then gives him a look.
I succeed it. I exactly 10. So I'm assuming I know the name then.
Yes, I'm gonna give you a thing here.
Oh boy! No.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
Oh no! When Riles has the attached lore document. So how are you, Snowy?
I just got off a 12-hour shift.
Ooh.
At work.
You okay?
I'm tired. I'm fine, but I'm tired.
Okay. We love to see you, but take care of yourself, okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, and then I
Oh,
pack all tomorrow, and then I'm all right. Oh God. Oh. Oh no. Hey,
Feeling
Riles, I'm
kinda
horrified.
lost
Thank
here.
you. Riles, I'm horrified. Thank you. Did you what name did you just say?
Perfect. Exact same reaction as Shireen.
What reaction?
Lonan looks at Arya giving him a glare, and he realizes that he messed up. Not thought enough?
Oh gosh.
It's just where did you hear that name? Where? And she starts braiding and unbraiding her hair, like in a utter panic, like clearly devolving into a panic attack already.
Alright, we can, apologies, eat breakfast, drink some yapan, sit down, relax, we'll go over it again, slower this time, very sorry.
Salka literally doesn't move. She's like frozen in shock and terror.
Wait, how close are Shireen and Celica to each other?
Like in proximity, I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine Celica just walked down the hall,
Yeah,
and
just
Shireen's
walked
still
up.
in the kitchen, so it's like they're like 30 feet away from each other.
Shireen, Celica, come here. And Arya will reach one hand out to each of them. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll get through this. I don't know what's going on, but we don't need you guys passing out, all right? In. Out.
I mean, so someone could be playing a prank, right? Celica?
But how would they know about?
I mean, someone could be playing a prank on them, right? They could be trying to trip them up since they're not from here.
I've never. How do you know this name? How? Who? What? She like shakily like walks over and kind of just like collapses next to Arya, like into the
yes,
chair.
let's
but
get you to sit down.
But like not really sitting so much as falling into the chair, like her legs shaking, almost giving out fully as she goes to sit. Her
Arya will take
tail
out one of her
tucked
scrap pieces
all
of
the
paper.
way between her legs and wrapped around her right leg, and her ears flat to her head, just completely like shaking terror, like the worst, like more scared than you've ever seen, Falca, and it's not even close.
Arya's gonna take out a scrap piece of just note paper and fold it into a little fan and fan them both.
Celica having a panic attack about the name drop is what finally snaps me out of my very dejected stare at the floor where the not coffee was. Oh, Celica. Yeah, hi. So, recap shit's fuck. horrors await us on different floors, demon stuff, and this person. And then I'm gonna stare at Lonan, whose name we will avoid repeating for now. Told us a little bit about the horrors when Poppy and I met him last night.
You met it? What?
Yeah.
This can't be real, right? Right, Shireen? There's like a magic you've heard that can cause this, right? Like this.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Well, if it helps, not from here. I very much like my sleep. I would have no reason to make any of this up.
No, I trust you, Father.
Maybe it's best if we explain why this sounds so hard.
Yeah, I can explain. Just a quick lore check, DM. Is this like the name not said, always referred to in epitaphs situation?
Not necessarily in like a taboo sense, but like in like a fear sense, maybe, depending on how bold you're feeling.
That entity was prior to the first demon lord's curse. Was the one who ferried souls of the dead to where they should be. After the curse, it was to destroy. Its job was to destroy the souls of those who were undead. There's so many stories, so many legends of priestesses of Lycia doing battle with that entity to bring people back, or trying to stop people from dying. But what do you mean you met it?
Well, something called out to me, and I grabbed Poppy, and we met up with this person.
I should also add it was the 85th floor of the dungeon.
The what?
Oh, yeah, we were in the dungeon.
How did you even get there?
I think it's also important to say that it probably would be best not to mention this entity to Delphira.
Don't. Yeah, yeah.
Legends state that this entity is what crowns demon lords.
I see.
Crowns?
I see.
And when a demon lord is crowned, it is this entity that is the one that grants them that final power, taking them from somebody who could become demon lord to the demon lord themselves.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that doesn't sound great.
No.
Wait, if this entity, as you called it, ferries them after death. How are you here?
I mean, it was a social call, I think. I mean, obviously, we're
Yeah.
not dead.
Yeah.
A social call with Donna.
You see that Shireen kind of looks kind of confused, but you did die, didn't you, in order to come here?
Oh, well, I
Oh.
mean, yeah, but that wasn't last night.
But in a sense, couldn't that make you undead?
Did it?
Like
Did
that.
No, I feel like I'm very distinctly not undead.
Did it?
Not
Was it
undead.
hostile? Was it hostile to you?
I mean, he was a bit of a jackass, a little bit at first, but I wouldn't say that he was hostile or anything. I'm just gonna glance over at Poppy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very cryptic and hard to understand, and that made having a conversation difficult, but I don't think he was really antagonistic towards us in any way, other than
Like I
being
said, he was a jackass.
Mercury. Yeah.
But you spoke with? I've never heard of it speaking to anyone.
Most I've
There's
ever
a
heard
precedent for
is-
everything.
Most I've ever heard is the priestesses of Litha claiming to have done battle with it in the
Yeah.
spiritual realm.
Yeah.
I guess that makes us special, right, Hawthorne?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm going to clean up after breakfast. It sounds like you all need to discuss what next steps are.
Are you
Right.
sure? I can take care of it. You are quite shaken.
No, it's fine. I am far outside of my depth here, so I'll leave it all to you.
Salka looks over at Shireen, like also very much out of her depth, but trying her best to put on a brave face for
You
her
see
party.
Shireen kind of side eyes you and says, "Don't look at me like that, blessing holder."
I didn't know I had it either.
And I am going to step away for a second, but y'all should come up with a plan of what you all want to do, given the conversation that we had in the group chat as well.
Mm.
Alright, be right back.
What did it say? I know you said horrors await, and frankly, that's not
Yep.
surprising considering the dungeon.
One
But you sounded
awful
a
little
lot more
thing-
certain.
Yeah, there's one awful little thing on different floors for each. Yours on floor 10.
What?
Arya's on floor 50. Lonan's on floor 70. And on floor 5.
Like,
And apparently
Touch-
Poppy's nightmares lie elsewhere.
Yay.
targeting us. But why would...
I mean, that's what I was kind of arguing and why I insisted to know who gave this information. It seems far-fetched. I mean, we're not from this world. Why would anything that would affect us even be here?
Do not know.
I mean, is Mr. Barrier of Souls known to lie? Does he pull pranks like this?
It's not even known to speak to people, let alone. But I've never heard any stories of it lying. If anything, it's been known to tell the truth more than some people would like. But
Well, clearly he's never met me. Thinks my spirit will break just because there's something in a weird room.
Well, either
What were
way,
you
we
talking
won't
about
know.
What were
No,
you
go ahead.
What were you talking about before I came in? I seem
Oh.
to have missed a conversation. Other than
I mean, you're pretty caught up at this point.
oh, okay. Do we know what's happening on those floors, or just a vague things are going to be awful?
What was it, Poppy?
Each person had something on their floor. And we were supposed to choose who to reveal more information about.
And who did you choose?
Poppy's gonna look at Hawthorne. If I'm not mistaken, only Hawthorne was shown that vision, right?
No, you were there too.
About
Was I there too?
the one. So there were two things. There was the thing that Hawthorne saw about the floor regarding Hawthorne, and then there was the floor that y'all went to, which is floor 10, that you got to see what was happening
Okay,
there.
so we did see. Okay.
The thing that only Hawthorne saw was Hawthorne's particular terror on floor 85.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
9 pages of notes.
Poppy's still gonna look at Hawthorne, just like unsure. Bring this part up.
Well, we were on floor 85, and we decided ultimately to pay a visit to floor 10, where, I suppose I would say you might want to sit down for this, but you already are. You don't have a weak heart or anything, do you?
Weak heart?
Right, never mind. Poppy, you probably have more than I do. Do you fill Salakit in? I suppose the others as well, as to what we saw on floor 10?
Saw in flames and golden armor.
Do you want me to post my notes for that section? This is out of character.
No, I know. I'm looking at them
okay.
right now.
Okay.
You should. Did you post your notes in the recap section, by the way?
Not last time because I forgot to. I'm gonna post them now. Slowly.
More thinking of how Poppy would want to word this.
Okay. I was just making sure that the hesitation was in character and not, I don't remember.
Oh, that was no. The hesitation is in character. Poppy's gonna leave out the pain that this person was clearly in. But says, the courier told us the person inside the armor is named Inanna.
Ina? Wait, Ina's in the... She's alive? She's alive?
Ina.
She's alive?
He's alive.
Please, you have to... Is she okay? Please, please, please. I need to know.
He's kept on the edge of life and death by the armor.
Would the description of golden armor with flames, would that ring any bells with Celica at all?
Yeah, make me a will that be a difficulty 14 insight?
Oh, I'm basically gonna need a nat to hit this.
I will say, oh, too late. Here, start a group check. I'm gonna give you another chance.
Okay. A group check. The group check difficulty 14. Support check difficulty. Also 14.
Also 14.
Right. Oh wait, no. Whoops, I did that wrong. That was Dex Insight, not Insight. My bad. Insight, 14. All right. Save me, party members.
I am trying to. Okay. I can't do this. Apparently. Here we go. How do I select my character?
I hear a cat.
Yeah, it says no selected.
Yeah, I'm trying to select Shireen to have Shireen help. Okay. Does anyone have a insight of an 8? D8?
Let me look.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm stupid.
I'm also stupid.
Insight is not technically intelligence, but fair enough.
I have insight for 10.
Oh.
Hawthorne? Oh, your Hawthorne's BRB. No, Hawthorne's back.
No, I'm back. I'm just attempting. How do I do the group check again?
No, hold on. Do you have a D8 for insight?
I have a D10.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna let Hawthorne do it. We'll give you an extra here. So it's technically Shireen helping here, but just in the chat window, click the support group check button.
Right, so that's what I was doing, but it said that I had no character selected.
Because you don't have your character selected.
Weird. Why isn't that working?
So how do
Also,
I select my
technically,
character then if
Strife
it's
Life
not
and
by
Ty
opening
also
the-
don't have their characters selected. Looking at it now, only
Okay,
myself
can you explain it
and
to me like this is my first time on the internet?
I'm
I
selecting
selected mine.
I'm trying to
I'm try-
remember how.
I'm trying to figure out why it's not working too.
Do we need to roll it?
I have my
separately
support
in
check
the group
difficulty.
check pop-up and then submit it?
No, it should bring the pop up when you have this support group check. I can speak English.
Yeah, I have the support group chat.
Did the window open?
Yeah.
Can you roll in it?
Was it both insight?
Yeah, both insight.
Well, no.
Support group check insight.
Yeah. Are you rolling your own new group check, or are you?
When I just pull up group check, it says support
Oh,
group
no.
check difficulty.
Yeah. Support is also 14. Yes.
It's difficulty 14.
Yes.
Okay, you want me to roll it?
Yeah, go ahead. I
You
just want to
also
make
have
sure
a-
to see if it works.
No, you also just started your own group check, not
yeah,
supporting
okay.
it.
Hold on, let me... Why isn't this working?
Whoa.
Yeah, now I can
Okay.
do, it says roll group check. Do you want me to do that or no?
No, because what it's doing is it's trying to have you start a group check.
Okay, I canceled it.
Did you just
crap.
delete
Okay.
all check or all the chat?
Yeah. I did that. Go ahead and Hawthorne on the actor scene. Can you right click on yourself and see if it says to select character or something like that?
If you character artwork, token artwork, add to stage, export data, import data.
What the heck? And
That's the same
we haven't
mindset.
we haven't had this issue before. This is weird. Okay.
I don't think we've done
try-
a group check before, like properly within the system.
Yeah,
I
this is
think
our
the
first
last
one.
I
Okay,
think
let me
yeah.
let me go ahead and unassign and reassign the characters. See if that fixes.
Because
it.
I'm
Gotcha.
seeing next to names, myself and Green Knight have our characters and our Fabula points. Bell, Strife Life, and Ty do not.
BRB.
Okay.
That's strange, because I have selected mine.
Maybe it's back on the login screen.
Snowy, where are you seeing this?
Bottom left corner.
I see.
User configuration.
See how next to my
oh,
name
I
have
found it.
the-
I found it. I found it. Hawthorne. Save. Got it.
Yeah, there you go. Now I see Hawthorne. Yep.
Okay,
Nope.
I got
How
it.
did you
Hold
do
on.
that?
I have to right click in the bottom left hand corner, click player configuration.
It's something that that Rouse has to do, not you.
I don't know
okay.
why. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. I haven't had that happen.
Now
before.
we can all see how many Fabula went. Well, I want to say that's been that way for every single game so far, or session. We just haven't done a group check
Okay.
yet, so it's never come up.
Now go ahead and
Cancel the old group check and start a new one. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
start a new one, and then I should be able to click this, and then support NPCs can't. Okay, there. No, that's fine. Go ahead and now Hawthorne try to click support group check right there. See if that works. In the chat window.
Okay, I can see it now.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that is the support there. If you want to, you can still consume Fabula points to help you here if you so choose. You know what? Yeah, Aria, and Poppy, you guys can support the group check too.
Okay.
I don't think I can. I can't physically pass.
Yeah.
Got a 5
You can
anyway.
still critical.
I got a 30.
Yeah, you could crit. Wow. Okay.
I am so sorry.
My dice want you to know nothing, Celica.
Apparently.
You know nothing, Jon Snowy.
Oh my God, Screen Knight.
Might as well roll. See what you got here.
Yes!
Hey.
Yes! I win.
I said
Almost
it's
a
all-
critical too. I had 2 dice rolls that could hit that. 2, and I hit it. Okay, so I'm assuming I know something then.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna DM me something again, or are you gonna say it out loud?
I'm gonna say it. I'll say it out loud. So you have heard tale of a foe inside of the dungeon which was no living creature. Instead, it was a roaming set of armor. And this armor would be able to move from place to place every so often, but after a period of time, it would fall and no longer move. Putting this bit of information together with what you're hearing, you're able to surmise that the armor itself would latch on to a person and use that person's body to be able to move it around and do battle. The armor itself is the 10th level floor boss. Whoever is trapped within is just a tool to the armor. The true monster that is the 10th level floor boss. And, given what you're being described, the unwitting host to this floor boss is now Inanna.
So, as Celica pieces together Ina's on the... You saw Ina, and you saw this golden flaming armor, and just starts just sobbing.
Poppy's just gonna stand up and like put a hand on Celica's shoulder. Sorry.
What's in the armor?
Yes.
Is there anything? I have to see if there's anything we can do. I can't lose Ina again.
Celica, not to be insensitive, but we do have to make sure that we can survive the first 9th floor before we can try and help person viewers.
See, Zarina finally walks into the kitchen / living area, completely unable to read the situation at all, as she kind of finger guns you all and says, "Good morning, fellow flesh havers." And then kind of looks at you, sobbing, Celica. It's like, was that a bad joke?
An ill-timed one. Let's
Celica tries to like pull herself together a little bit. You're right, Hawthorne. You're right. Hi, Serena.
Have I joined the conversation too late?
A little bit. It's... Can someone else take this? I need a minute.
I go over to Zarina, and I just kind of whisper what's going on in their ear. Whisper, 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 whisper. And now you're all cut up.
Right, the demon's berserker armor.
I said not to say it out loud.
You know what it is?
I've heard of it, yes. It's not well documented, but it's one of the 3 sets.
And Salka like looks with the most like pleading, like desperate eyes at Serena. Is there any way to get it off of someone?
Well, it was supposedly forged by demon hands. A demon smith who knows their stuff probably could take it off. But I'm not too sure where you'd find one. Although I suppose maybe a researcher like one from Arcanist Hollow might know. And she kind of looks at you first, Lonan, and then at Arya, kind of like trying to do a read of how much information should I share.
Arya will kind of look at her and just, well, you said of 3.
Mhm.
And a researcher would know. Perhaps you could tell myself, Lonan, Hawthorne, and Poppy, and we can be a little more gentle in relaying that to Celica and Jareen.
No,
right.
I can handle myself. I can do I can do it. I can do it. And like Salk like visibly tries to visibly pulls herself together a little bit.
Is this one of those times where saying something in an emotionless voice would be better or worse?
I think it would be worse if you could try and find a way to say it with compassion.
Compassion. Okay, I can do compassion. So, there are 3 sets of armor. The golden armor, the silver armor, and the blackened armor. The golden armor, the one you're talking about here, is the demon's berserker armor. It has a lot of other names, but that's the one I know it by. And it's called that because of the fact that when a demon dons the armor for the first time, that is the only time that it should be interacted with in that way. It's not meant to come off. The armor is affixed to you into your bones.
Oh.
And it lets out a ton of agonizing pain into the body, meant to keep the person wearing it in a constant state of rage. Hence why it's called berserker armor.
And also why she is on the edge of life and death.
You ever have one of those moments where a situation is in front of you and where you could very well die, and all of a sudden you feel more strength in your body, think you can do things that you never thought you could do?
Like with adrenaline?
Yeah, I suppose. This armor is meant to facilitate a constant state of that.
Oh, you know. You said it's not meant to be taken off, but could it?
The people who are knowledgeable of how it's made should be able to take it off. The only other way is that when there is no more life force to feed into the armor abandons it, like a shell.
Wait, the armor does it have a consciousness?
In the same way a parasite would?
Oh my. All right. You said a researcher might have more information. If we contact a researcher and maybe I could learn some of that healing that Barome had talked about that perhaps a researcher would have information on, maybe we can save her.
I have some healing background. I've been an herbalist since I was young.
Yes.
I can maybe try and work something out. You said, I'm sorry, Serena, you said researchers and demon smiths?
Yeah, it would have to be somebody who is knowledgeable about the ancient stuff. The best way to understand the armor is to imagine it like a leech made out of steel.
Logan thinks. Then he thinks. Then he thinks some more. And then he's like, oh, Elvira, she's really old.
Oh, Lonan.
Belica,
Tact.
that actually breaks her out of the slump for a second, and she lets out a little, giggle almost at how blunt Lonan is. Just.
Well, I mean, she might know something and could help us.
You're not wrong, but you need to learn tact.
I know how to make tacks.
Oh, golly. Heaven help us all.
He's a little confused, but Lonan's not wrong. Delphira might know something.
No, I recognize that. I just need to teach him about delicate conversation.
The door kind of swings open. Naza walks in. I'm back! And you're all standing around. Why are you crying?
Good morning.
Belica literally
dear.
just starts this is it's a combination of an insanity crack and also a release of tension crack where she just starts laughing. She's just I know. Welcome back.
I wouldn't worry
Hi.
about it, dear.
Oh? Okay. Well, I just got back from my walk. Are you all still going out today?
Yeah, we were talking about preparations for the dungeon. That's all.
Oh, fun. There's a bunch of fancy schmancy guys that were just leaving the guild hall right now.
Fancy schmancy?
Yeah, like lots of books and a bunch of stuff like that.
Oh, the researchers. And did they call them scribes?
Yeah, I think they said they were from Arcanus Hollow.
Salka looks over at side looks at Arya oh.
Oh, that's good news. Thank you so much, dear.
Yeah, sure. You see,
All right.
Naza goes over and grabs one of the bits of the bread with the clotted cream on top, starts eating it, and sits on the counter. So
Good job.
you all gonna head out now?
I mean, yeah, if you want to catch the researchers, you should probably head out now.
Yeah,
It'd be my plan. Anyone that wants to come is welcome to.
According
I think
to Barome, they said that they're gonna be going to set up at their research camp just at the edge of the dungeon.
That's wonderful information. Thank you for your help.
Sure.
Serena,
Yeah. So,
would you mind coming with me? I would love to have your skill. If that's all right with everyone.
All right. Just
Yeah.
make sure to keep an eye out.
sure. I don't mind tagging along.
Is anyone else wanting to come before I head out?
Poppy and I will go with you.
All right. Let's go. And I'll grab one last piece of the crap. What's it called? The toast. The chesat. Oh wait, no, that was the fruit. The sashir.
Mhm.
She'll grab another piece and head out.
I will not make eye contact with anybody and just quickly follow after Arya.
You see, Naza kind of looks at you and wipes her face. So like a sort of like someone like pull your tail or like what?
Just some bad news, Naza. I'll be okay. Thank you for the information.
Sure.
And Salka like walks over and like scritches, or not scritches, but like pats Naza between the ears.
See, Naza kind of like leans into it for a second and realizes what she's doing and kicks you in the shin and stands up. No, no, bad, no.
Salka chuckles because she's definitely done this before the other time she's seen Naza, and this is not the first time that this exact scenario has played out. So Salka just winces a little at the kick because it's a little bit more powerful than it was last time now that Naza's eating a little bit better. But other than that, she just kind of giggles and like, oh, come on, Naza. Fine.
I think Logan tilts his head and he's like, is that offensive?
No, she just thinks it's something that happens to kids. She likes
Well,
it.
it is. And I'm not a kid.
I know you're not, dear. You're a valuable part of our team.
I only got like a few more years, then I can delve into the dungeon, so there.
I'll make sure to teach you before then.
Pretty sure I'm gonna outclass you by the time I start.
All right, smug little thing.
Let's see. We do need to go talk to Delphira, but I don't want to leave you alone right now. Do you want to come with me, Glika?
Yeah, you can either come with her. I mean, if Shireen, I don't know. Shireen, are you coming with or are you staying here?
I can stay here. But I think Logan was talking to you, so.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said. Silica.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. That I was hoping to go with because I have to know more about this.
Yeah. Plus, we need someone smarter than me to ask the right questions.
Salka kind of slaps his arm. Be nicer to yourself.
I mean, I know I'm good for lifting things. I have my good points.
Pretty sure I'm the one that's good for lifting things. I think you're only good at punching things.
I can lift really heavy stuff. I
Not
think
that-
he picked Naza completely up with one hand.
You see, Naza rolls her eyes and pulls out your coin purse from behind her head.
Ha, joke's on you. I don't have any money.
Well, what about this? And she kind of dangles your rosary in front of your face.
He immediately snatches it from her hand and puts it down.
Nasha
Please
has
not this, alright?
sticky
This-
fingers.
Naza, I'm fine with you taking almost anything and everything else on my person, but not this, alright?
Hey, I just wanted to show you that I'm the one that's good at lifting things.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Let's go before you lose house and home, Lonan.
Alright, just need to lock the front door and where are my keys?
You see Naza twirls it between her fingers and sticks the
Okay,
keys in the
Naza.
door.
Don't know where I
Thank you,
dropped those.
Naza. Don't scalp too many people while we're gone.
Huh? Oh, I thought you wanted an extra pair of hands coming with you.
Oh, if you want to come with.
Alright. Yeah, if you... I mean...
I figured you'd think this is boring stuff.
I don't know.
There's not going to be
Old
anyone
demon
to
lady in an
pickpocket.
old demon house. Sounds kind of fun to me.
If you want to come with, you can. Just don't try to pickpocket her. I'm not sure you'd survive the ordeal.
You underestimate me.
Oh,
You
also, don't...
underestimate Delphira. He's a little scary.
Alright, so y'all get ready to head out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will cut over to Arya, Hawthorne, and Zarina as y'all are heading towards the dungeon where the researchers are setting up. What are you all doing on the way over there?
I'm looking ahead trying to see if I can see them since we tried to head out as soon as we heard that they had just left.
I'm very deliberately following a few paces behind, and I'm keeping my mouth fucking shut.
As you're following along, Arya, you can see that there are a couple of wagons pulled by these like deer-looking creatures with like long antlers that kind of sprout from the tops of their heads, pulled all the way back. That when they move, you can hear this. It sounds almost like these discordant flutes as the wind is passing through their horns. And they're pulling these big wagons filled with equipment. There are about four wagons total, and there's about a total of 10 researchers traveling alongside.
Zarina, what are those animals called?
Oh, those ones?
Yes.
Oh, second.
Also, what color is the sound? Like, is it trying to be something as like a warning, intimidating, or is it just a pleasant sound?
You see that, I will put this here inside chat for y'all. Let's see. So these are the creatures here.
Okay, that's fine.
And those are called Shadhawar. And the sound almost feels like you can tell it almost feels like melancholic. It's like a very soft blue color, almost like loneliness.
Are they like slaves, or is this something they enjoy?
The Shadhawar are creatures that are basically love to be around people, so they play music as they walk that brings people in to keep them company. As
Oh,
long as they're surrounded by people or creatures, they are happy.
okay. That's a relief. Can I tell if we're being followed?
It's incredibly hard to tell in this crowd. However, Arya, can you make me a insight check? Insight willpower, and then group
God.
check so that Fel can support. Or that Hawthorne can support.
Oh, God. An immediate check.
Insight willpower difficulty is.
10.
So you want me to do an individual and then a group check?
No, do a group check and then Hawthorne will support.
Oh, okay. I totally misunderstood you for a second. Nice.
You rolled the group check without Hawthorne supporting, but it's fine.
Oops.
Because you did succeed, so it's fine.
Okay.
As you were walking,
Should I bother rolling then?
no, because it already is a success.
Okay.
You're good.
Sorry.
When you
I'm still learning how to do that.
when you initiate a group check, you want to let everyone else roll first before you finish the roll, because their rolls will determine how much of a modifier you get.
Oh. Okay, that
Um,
makes sense.
But as you're walking, Arya, you'll notice something immediately catches your eye. There's just this lingering, like, black cloud, like, around the feet of one of the researchers. You can see that they have, like, this, like, black cloak on, and this kind of blonde hair that's tied up in a bun behind their head. You kind of see them from the back. And it looks like they're holding a black leather-bound book that they're writing in. And the thing that catches your eye, besides the black cloud, is the green skin on their right hand. Very, very pale green.
Only on the right hand?
Because you only can see their right hand from where you're walking.
Oh.
You can't see their face or anything else.
Hawthorne, do you see that their hand up ahead?
I mean, what about it?
It's green.
I mean, maybe it's normal here?
I haven't seen anyone else with green skin. Maybe it's just confined to their hand. Or maybe their notes are with green ink, but it's uniform.
Right, well, we can't just ask them and walk up to them and be like, hey, why are you green? It feels kind of
I
insensitive,
wasn't
right?
planning on doing that.
Okay, good.
I do have more tact than Nonin.
I mean, I wouldn't argue with you.
I'm wondering if they are a different species that perhaps has some advanced skill. Actually, Serena,
Yep.
are the researchers that we're going to meet, are they human or elves or?
Probably a blend, especially if they're marketed as Hollow. That's like the research capital of Skene.
Do you know why the hand at least is green?
There aren't any races native to Skene that are green.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to prepare myself for what we're walking into, because if they're like demons and have stronger magic, I just want to be prepared.
No, if they're researchers, they probably only really care about the knowledge more than anything else, so I don't think you have anything to be worried about.
Okay.
Besides maybe a bunch of questions.
Well, yes. Just for your knowledge, Serena, we're not going to be sharing with them that we are not from here.
I probably wouldn't do that. You might get dissected or something.
Yeah, we do not want that. So just so you're aware and don't say anything. I didn't think you would, but I wanted to just make that very clear. All right, thank you.
In here, one of the researchers, off to your left, in the back part of the group, kind of mumbling under his breath. Of course, we got stuck with that one. Gives me the creeps.
How close are we to that one?
Like within 10 feet.
I'll look at Hawthorne, kind of like, did you hear that?
Couldn't they have sent someone more, I don't know, normal from Hollowake? I mean, Hollowake, not really much you can expect in terms of normal.
Yeah, I can hear them being rude.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear them being rude as fuck. Do you want to do something about it, or? Yes, I'm willing if you are.
Yes, maybe we can somewhat split up. I can go to the one that has the green hand and try to strike up a conversation, and you can kind of play along with them and see what information you can find. If you're comfortable with that, it's just an idea.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking of a more violent approach, but yeah, can absolutely do that. No.
Well, we can always
that
resort
with
to the
them.
more violent approach if we can't get enough information.
Sure. What exactly do you want me to ask about?
Maybe start by, you mean the one with the green hand, and or it's like, I know, it seems quite strange. What's he doing here? I don't know.
Oh, sure. I can go ask questions and stuff. Sure.
All right. Good luck.
You also.
And I'll kind of speed walk closer to the one with the green hand, and then casually step a little closer into his peripheral and say hello.
As you're stepping into peripheral, you can see that she has part of the skin on the right side. You can see part of her mouth through. You can see teeth. And you can also see that she has this sort of black leather-bound book in front of her that she's writing in. And she looks over at you, and she pulls this silver metallic device out of right here. And she kind of looks you up and down and says, "What's up? Good?"
Hi. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't sound too forward, but I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about what you study.
Right. You have questions about what I study, not, the fact I'm a zombie. Got it. Sure. What's up? What do you want to know about?
Well, I promise I'm not judging you. You study and you learn and have such knowledge. I have a couple questions about, well, healing magic and something that I've heard of that I'm very fascinated in. There's something about this berserker armor, and I figured that you guys would know this information. I'm simply fascinated by the technology.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about healing magic. My specialty is necromancy. Well, not as good as my bosses, but as far
Your
as
boss?
the berserker armor, another conversation another time. But yeah, the berserker armor. I mean, if anyone who studies any kind of demon technology knows a little bit about the berserker armor, it's rather interesting. Been around for thousands upon thousands of years.
Yes, I just learned a little bit about it and I'm just absolutely fascinated. I heard that you all were coming into town and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to ask a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure. I mean, we got no problem waiting. We can get to the tent. I can get mine set up and answer any questions you have.
I would really appreciate that, thank you.
Sure.
Oh, I'm so sorry, where are my manners? My name is Aria.
Mine is Malady.
Melody, what a lovely name.
Thank you. Picked it out myself.
You did? That's wonderful. I did not get to do that.
Well, ain't nothing stopping you. Names are like hats after all.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
I see you, you little shit.
Yeah?
As this conversation's happening, we'll pan back over to Hawthorne, talking to this other individual. He just kind of like scoffs at Arya approaching and then goes back to looking at over his notes.
Hey, so, you seem like a person that knows stuff. You think you can help me out with some stuff?
Maybe. What's up?
Cool. So, many questions. Where to start? Let's see. Okay, so, what do you know about... Do you know anything about demon armor? Because buddy of mine heard some very, garish stuff, and, I think my friend's full of shit. I was wondering if maybe, I mean, you seem like an expert. You could probably set the record straight for us, you know?
I mean, yeah. A lot of people have done research into demon armor. There's apparently 2 sets that are here.
Here,
There's-
in Ferocia.
Yeah. The golden berserker armor and the silver armor of agony. Otherwise known as the moonlight armor.
But, yeah, but I mean, that's all common knowledge, right? Surely there's something like, you know, really huge that you can tell me, but also, you know, they're not really that bad or anything, are they?
Well, according to what we know about it so far, the golden berserker armor basically affixes itself to a host, feeds on their life force, and uses their muscles to move around and do battle. And then after it's used up a corpse body, then it latches onto the next one. And it presents itself like this legendary magical item, so the unknowing people just pick it up and put it on, not even thinking about it. And then by that time, it's too late. It screws itself into your bones, and there's no getting it off.
Oh,
Okay,
that sounds
blunt.
pleasant. So it's like a parasitic mimic, but worse somehow.
Yeah. I'd say that's probably a pretty apt description.
You know, I befriended a mimic once, and I think they would be terrified.
Then there's the silver armor of agony. According to it, it basically is able to bring back a loved one from the dead, incorporate its body, soul, and spirit inside of it, and use it to torment a particular individual. Basically, it sets its way out into killing a particular person. One person at a time.
Oh. That seems incredibly cruel and like a lot of effort just to kill one person. I mean, why would anyone bother? Except for specific torture.
Well, supposedly it's supposed to be a crucible or a trial for whoever is going to be the next demon lord. The idea being that you have to conquer your own fears, guilt, and trepidations. And then only then and if you can actually kill that what you want to save, will you be able to ascent to the demon throne.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah,
Of course,
demons are
well.
fucked up like that.
So it would seem. I would hate to be that poor, miserable fucker.
Right?
Well, thanks. Thank you for sharing this, helping me clear some things up. My, my friend will be very, pleased to hear how some of this went and displeased to hear how the rest of it. Sorry, you said they're both here in Ferocia?
Yeah, the only one that's unaccounted for is the blackened armor. That's the blackened armor of fate.
Right. Say, not that I don't believe you, but my my acquaintance, a different acquaintance is rather skeptical of nearly everything if it's not right in front of her eyes. Tell me, how would I go about proving to both my friend and this acquaintance that you're not just absolutely completely full of shit here?
I mean,
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, it's always important to be able to double check all of your work and make sure that everything is fact checked and whatnot. I would recommend basically looking into any texts involving demon magitech and demon magia. Those things will kind of reference the demon armors regularly. There are the three primary sets, the gold, the silver, and the blackened. And then there are just standard demon armors. Those ones in particular are rather common. Almost any demon soldier would have had them. Basically, the only thing you need to know about them is that they essentially are able to absorb the soul while it's leaving the Magistone, turning the magia, the soul inside of the Magistone, into power that would then power the armor. Therefore, the more people that you slay while wearing the armor, the stronger you are, kind of thing. Those ones are pretty common.
Right. Sure. Yeah, thank you. And it's just as I expected. Thank you. Say, you have to forgive me, but I'm not a local. Are you perhaps a local?
No, I'm from Arcanus Hollow.
Right. And
Trust me, I would not want to live here.
And why exactly is that, would you say?
I mean, have you looked around? It's not exactly a happy existence living here.
Yeah, no, I've very quickly gathered that. What's your general opinion of the people here in Ferocia? You know, from a scholarly outsider perspective.
They have suffered under the hand of the Beast Lord for eons, and that there hasn't been anyone strong enough to stand up to him for basically since he ascended the throne. And things were a lot better before that. I really wish that people could have it better, but unfortunately, no one carries a big enough stick to knock that guy off his pedestal.
I mean, yeah, for now. I mean, eventually somebody comes along, right?
Hey, you would think that, but he's been up there for thousands upon thousands of years.
Oh, really? That long?
Yeah, that long. Second longest serving dungeon lord in history.
His skincare routine must be out of this world.
Yeah, apparently it's demon blood.
Oh.
Sorry.
Right. Right, yes, of course. I mean, Lord of Demons, what else would it be?
Don't get me wrong. Beast Lord's not a demon lord. Not by a long shot. Matter of fact, the demon lords probably would have been the ones that would have been able to stand up to him if they had any reason to.
Oh, you mean they're not the same?
Oh, no. Beast Lord has long time been trying to be a demon lord. Unfortunately, That is not something that you can just become. According to any of the research that's been done, that you need something called the Devil Spark in order to even have a chance. And even then, that can easily be won from somebody.
Yeah, of course, sure. So, I'm sorry to bother you. You seem like such a very, very busy, scholarly sort. I just a few more questions for you. And I'm just gonna like casually look around, at our current surroundings. Say,
Yeah.
who would you say are some of the unsavory type? You know, who should be avoided?
In Ferocia?
Right, yeah.
Throw a rock. You'll you'll hit one.
I mean, I've gathered so far, but surely, like, there's one or two, or maybe particular group that are the worst of the worst.
I mean, yeah, there's the Beast Lord and the Beast Knights. There's the Beast Lord's wife.
I mean, besides the obvious answers, you know, because unfortunately, sometimes disgusting, awful people are all sunshine and roses on the outside.
Well, I would say this. The wealthier they look here in this city, the more corrupt they probably are.
Sure, that sounds about right. Not too different from home. Say, okay, hold on. Out of character, I do have a quick question for the DM. So, how many people was the girl that Ari is talking to, this fuckwit? How many other people?
There are a total of 12 researchers.
Oh, sure. And I'm just talking to the one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How close is the person that he was making unsavory comments to?
No, just
like,
on the
have
left.
we put some distance between us?
He's just on the left-hand side of him. So you're like kind of walking in a line right now between the three of y'all.
Sure. Stay. And I'm gonna do that really awful thing that people do and just throw an arm over each of their shoulders and kind of just like pull them in like I'm gonna tell them something really secretive.
Oh gods.
Oh, great.
So,
Evil,
question
nefarious
for you.
person.
And you too, hi, hello. So tell me, you got some, what's going on with the whole green hand, not likey behavior, huh? I didn't quite catch that before, and I want to make sure that I'm really understanding what's going on. You know, picking up what you're putting down.
She's one of those undead from Hollowake.
Right. And the problem is,
She's undead. She's a corpse. She's a monster. What am I going to tell you?
monster. And I'm just gonna like turn as far as I can see while not releasing either one of them. I mean, she looks like a pretty decent person to me. What is it that classifies her as a monster?
Okay, how about this? Let's say you're a living person, right?
That I am, yeah.
Okay, now let's say that you get freaking stabbed in the gut and you die. Let's say 30 years pass and someone uses magic that is forbidden to bring you back from the dead. But you don't have your soul anymore because that's already moved on to an afterlife. So you just have the memories of your life beforehand. Right? What are you then?
Yeah. I mean, you're alive in some sense of the word, right?
But you don't have a soul.
But we're alive in some sense, right?
Sure.
I love
suppose.
Okay. So, if a person who is alive, regardless of how, when, and how long they were dead, it's still a person, right?
I mean, they once were, yeah.
Okay, but why does death determine someone's personhood?
Well, I guess that's a matter of whether or not you think someone has to have a soul to be a living person. And then if that is not the case, then we're on the same page. If you think that they don't have to have a soul, if you think that they do have to have a soul in order to be a person, or don't have to have a soul and be a person, then that means that literally any rock or building or anything like that could also be a living person.
Well, let's think about it like this.
Mm.
Does it have this thing, this entity, creature, whatever, does it have a sense of intelligence, capability of communicating in any shape, form, or fashion?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, next question. Does it have free will?
Sure. For as long as the necromancer who brought them back allows it.
Sure, but that's not important right now. Right. Okay, so free will, the ability to think and communicate. What if that rock, and I'm just gonna like gently tug them so that way they're kind of leaned over, looking towards the ground. If something on this ground right now were to pop up and say, "Hey, what's up, dummies? My name is Frank. I'm a fucking person." Frank. Would you agree that it is therefore a person? You should treat Frank as a decent person until he proves to be a piece of shit, like most of the rest of Ferocia?
So you think any monster inside of a dungeon that is capable of talking should be treated as a person?
I mean, in theory, my point is it's a starting place.
Sure. But let's turn this theory towards you in this direction, right? Let's say that you had,
Sure.
let's say that you had this friend who was killed, right?
Okay.
And they are dead, have been dead for years, right?
Right.
And
Right.
somebody dug up their body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And used magic to make the body start moving again and have that body be able to remember all the things that had happened to it when it was alive. Is that still your friend?
Sure.
And if so, do you even think that it is alive or respectful to the person that once was your friend?
Alive? Yes. Respectful? I mean, to be completely honest, probably not. I mean, if you bring someone back from the dead and consent gets weird when death and other states of being get involved. I mean, did this person very clearly very much want to be alive no matter the cost? Then sure, it could be considered respectful. It's like honoring their last wishes, you know? If they died and you had no way of knowing, well, you have to burn that bridge when you get to it. However, it's someone who, if someone had said, "Hey, I've lived a nice, long, happy life. I'm ready to pass on. I'm ready to die. Let go of this world." And you bring them back, you're the asshole. It's disrespectful. It's a very gray fucking area.
I see what you're saying.
There isn't exactly a set rule that one can abide by. Now consider this. Consider this, if you would. You encounter someone who, for all intents and purposes, as far as you know, they were dead once, right?
Yeah.
and suddenly they are moving about and behaving just as they were when they were alive. Only difference is their appearance. They appear dead.
That's an undead.
Sure. Right. So this undead. If someone can consent to being brought back to life, right? And that's a respectful thing to do, and therefore, because they consented to it, that makes them a person, right? But you don't know this. You don't know if they've consented to it. Do you get to, does that automatically make them not a person, a monster, because you don't know if they've consented to being brought back to life?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is that we can't be certain if whether or not they did consent to it, and also it also depends on whether or not that they had a soul or still have a soul in the first place. Because on one hand, if they were able to consent to it and they did have a soul, then that's no longer an undead. That is somebody who's been fully brought back to life, which happens regularly with resurrection.
Right.
But if they no longer have a soul, then what makes them living?
I mean,
zombies and undead, they don't even have heartbeats. There's no blood flowing through them. For all intents and purposes, the only thing that sets them apart from a corpse is their ability to move around and remember things that happened when they were alive.
Sure, right. I mean, that sounds pretty much like a person to me. I mean, there are days where I wake up after a terrible night's sleep and I feel like I'm just shuffling around, mostly a corpse, somewhat walking dead myself. But I mean, my point is, you two, is who are we to decide what makes someone a person? If there's so many variables, so many factors, so many things to consider, who are we to shame someone for being alive, regardless of if they consented to it, regardless of their state of undeadness? Who are we to treat them as less than?
You see, the other guy kind of looks at you and kind of nods and says, "So your hypothesis is basically if somebody could essentially self-analyze themselves enough to be able to determine that they're living, that they are therefore living."
Sure, why not?
I mean, I can understand that. I mean, being able to ascribe labels upon yourself, especially if you are sentient enough to be able to acknowledge it, that makes sense to
me. Exactly. So, now that we have this established, right? We're also on the same page here, the three of us, and are just a lightly tighter, like, pull them closer. Not necessarily in a threatening or menacing way, just like slight bit of pressure to slowly bring awareness to the fact that, hey, I'm still here, I still got a hold of you, in a maybe friendly, maybe hostile kind of manner. So, if we're all on the same page here, and we've established all of that, and I'm gonna stop walking. Why in the fuck were you being so disrespectful to her? I don't even know what the fuck her name is. Do you know what her name was?
She calls herself Malady. She's from Hollowake.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one of the researchers dispatched by one of the necromancers there.
Okay, and here you are with her bad-mouthing her like she personally offended you by being undead? Remember how we had that little discussion about respect? Maybe you should try respecting Malady, regardless of the fact that she is or isn't undead, huh? You're researchers, for God's sake. Learn. If you have questions, ask them respectfully. And I'm just gonna, like, with the index finger, tap on the sides of their heads to emphasize everything that I'm saying.
You see, the bigger guy kind of looks at the guy you've been talking to mostly. He's like,
He's got a point. It'd be better if we just take the time to learn what we can. Not often that we can come across somebody who's experienced what she has. Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry.
Okay, why are you, and just very loudly, why are you apologizing to me? I'm not the one you were disrespecting. And I'm just going to very dramatically and not aggressively or anything, but forcefully just spin the three of us around so that way we're all facing Malady and Arya. Do you have something to say for yourselves? And before when I say that, I'm just gonna lift my arms off them and just kind of nudge them closer to Arya and Malady.
You see the small-looking guy looks up and says,
I apologize for the rude things that I've said on the trip thus far. It's not becoming of me as a researcher to make assumptions without further research. My apologies. And I'm sorry too. I should have said something sooner.
"Hey, no, I get it. Appreciate the apology. And yeah, let's look forward to a good research trip."
Fantastic. I'm glad we could have this conversation and come to a mutual understanding.
Arya's just looking at Hawthorne, just slightly swooning and very much respecting.
And I'm just gonna walk away from the researchers and just stand a few paces past where Arya and Malady are, and just cross my arms kind of grumpily and just stare at the ground.
You see, as you guys get to the area out front of the dungeon, Malady kind of pulls a bag off of the cart, and you can see that she walks over and she pulls like a small bag out of the bigger bag, and she dumps it on the ground. As you can see, there's just a whole pile of bones there. As the bones kind of sink into the ground, and you can see they shoot upwards, creating the structure for a tent.
Oh.
And then she just kind of throws a piece of black fabric over it as it clamps down and creates a tent.
That was amazing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How did you do that?
Huh? Oh, just enchanted the bones to want to snap together and do a particular configuration.
Oh, why did she have to say snap together? Ugh, okay. It just okay. Back to in character. That sounds like quite the skill.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in handy. Come inside. I can pour some tea.
Thank you very much. Would you mind if my friend joins us?
Sure, the more the merrier.
I gesture to Hawthorne.
Oh, right. Sure. And I'm gonna follow behind them.
You see, as you head inside, you see that the furniture is similarly made out of bone with black fabric kind of strewn over it. As she heads over and drops a small piece of wood on the ground that just kind of unfolds until it turns into a chest. And she opens it and starts sifting through it.
All right, I need to learn that. That is quite incredible.
Huh? Oh, yeah, my boss made me this one. Pretty handy.
Your boss must be incredibly talented as well.
Yeah, she doesn't like to believe it.
Who's your boss?
Not a story, another time.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to press.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. All right, tea first, and then I'll answer any questions you all have.
That sounds wonderful. Is there anything I can do to help?
Nah, just hang tight.
She
And,
turns to Hawthorne and just quietly says, "You were wonderful back there. I'm very impressed."
Just gonna shrug without saying anything, like it's no big deal.
No big deal. Just change some racist outlook on the world. No big deal.
And with that, we cut over to the other group.
Oh goodness.
As you all head over to the perch, Naza kind of following behind you two. What are you doing on the way there?
I think as Lonan is walking like he is wont to do, he will just kind of sing casually. He's a soft brown eye and a look so sly and a smile like a rose in June. And just kind of keep singing to himself.
Naza
I
kind of
just-
looks up at you, Selka. Does he always do that?
Every once in a while. Although this is the first time I've heard him do it while he's just walking around. It's not bad though. He can carry
Yeah.
a tune.
Sure makes him easy to pickpocket, though.
So Salka kind of like sighs and looks down at Naza.
I didn't take
Jeez.
anything this time.
Most aren't as good at pickpocketing as you are here.
Oh, am I bothering ya?
No, I just...
Lennon. You're doing alright.
And just for the record, most of my life I never had anything worth pickpocketing.
Well, I suppose times change.
I suppose.
I imagine this is a pretty big change from everything you've done before.
Well, I mean, I suppose it is confusing. I mean, most of the people that would end up fighting were just like, well, either drunk at a bar, or like they were. Well, I mean, occasionally you would have, someone try to stab you in your tent in the middle of the night so they could steal your stuff, but you beat them up and chase them out. Or it would be the Pinkertons. Oh man, those guys were awful. I remember I kicked one guy's leg out from under him so hard it went sideways.
You see,
As
You see-
Lonen's talking, like Selka just kind of tilts her head more and more as the conversation goes on, as she gets more and more confused at some of
You
the
see-
terms being used.
you see Naza's kind of nodding along like she understands everything until you get to the part about the Pinkertons. She's like, I have no idea what that... Everything up until then, yeah. Definitely get that. No idea who that was, though.
They're the federal agents, police, basic.
Oh, like
well,
the Beast Knights?
Kind of like, yeah, more or less they were a private company that was hired by some corporations to clear out a mine. Similar though.
Okay,
Violent
that makes a
bugs
little
working.
more sense. I thought it was like some other race or something like we have here,
Oh,
But
so, like,
that's
no.
fine.
So, like, were they like pink?
Honestly, I never knew why they called them that. Everyone called them that.
Huh. Strange.
Yeah, he scratched his head. Like, yeah, he doesn't know why they were called the Pinkerton. I think that might have been
Also,
like
that
the
was
name
like a
of their-
totally legit question for Celica too. Like Celica was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense if they would be pink." Yeah, because that's not like completely out of the realm of possibility in Feroce or in Skene. So Celica's just like, "Oh yeah, that would make sense."
It's about this time that y'all make it to the perch.
All right. Naja, Please
Huh?
don't try to pickpocket Delphira.
Okay.
He is
okay.
a very powerful demon, and I would rather not have to keep you from getting, attacked.
Okay.
Also, I think more importantly, she's pretty sad generally, and it feels wrong to steal from someone so sad, doesn't it? Like, I mean, steal from a rich person all you want, they won't miss it, but like, the only things I think she has have like sentimental value to her, or our alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all head over into the y'all head over inside of the perch, and you can hear Delphira from the kitchen. You can hear Delphira moving around in the kitchen. Is that you all?
Yeah, it's me. Well, not all of us, but just me and Silica and Naza. You haven't met Naza.
Yay, more people.
Hello, Delphira.
Delphira walks over and kind of waves at you from the kitchen, from like the dining hall area. What's up? You need something? You're just coming back to rest or what?
We actually had something we wanted to ask you about that you might know about. If that's
Joy.
okay.
Sure, what's up?
It's about you being a demon smith.
Never was a demon smith. But sure, demon.
You've made some pretty cool things.
There's a difference in a demon who's a smith and a demon smith, okay?
Oh,
Fair enough.
Okay,
I apologize.
that's a little confusing to be honest, because like,
Okay.
Wait.
I'll explain it in a way that you might understand, alright? Imagine if you will, right, that you are a blacksmith, right, who makes horseshoes,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And someone comes up to you and asks you about how to make a firearm. You're a blacksmith, you should know, right?
I see your point, yeah.
But
Well,
I might be able to answer. What's up?
What do you know about the Berserker armor?
You haven't even got to floor 1. Why are you worried about floor 10 already?
Because Hawthorne had a vision, something. And when he was asleep, and in it he saw the current holder of their unwitting victim of the armor. And I know who it is. And we're trying to figure out if it's possible to save her.
I see. Okay, let's start with this. What do you already know?
Not much other than the armor leeches off the host's life and is affixed to the wearer and can't be taken off, or is not meant to come off at least, and makes them in pain and rage.
Is the person in the armor a human?
Lion beastkin.
That makes things exponentially harder. A couple of times where I've heard it be taken off in the past, if it's a human, they just kill the person inside and take their body back and get them resurrected. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
But if
we
they're
can't
a
do that.
beastkin, that's not possible.
Wait, why is it not possible?
Beast can immediately disintegrate upon death.
Leaving
that's
behind
right.
only the
Only-
Magistone.
Only humans actually leave a corpse. Everyone else
Which
just
is-
leaves a
If
Magistone.
you,
Which is what's needed in order to resurrect somebody.
I was just about to ask if the Mana Stone is their soul, can't you put that in like a new body?
That is something called chimerism or homunculi. And that is how you get atrocities. It's been done before, but the person loses their mind.
Hmm.
So, not an option either, of course.
Think about it like this. Imagine if something had your soul but none of your memories. Would it be you?
Yeah,
Celica, like kind of almost unconsciously rubs at her chest a little bit, like in between her chest, right on her sternum.
You
y-
see, Delphira
yeah.
kind of nods. So, if you're looking for a way to get the armor off of a beast, can short of having somebody who is a demon smith, the only other way that I could see it potentially happening is being able to keep the person alive and forcibly remove the armor piece by piece, which you would probably need to render them unconscious first. You said it's a golden armor, right?
Yeah, the Golden Berserker armor.
Well, the other way, theoretically, that it could work, right, is everything has an opposite, an antithesis, right? The antithesis to the Golden Berserker armor is two-part. It's ice to counteract the fire, and it's life to counteract the death. If something were able to overwhelmingly flood the armor with ice magic and light magic and keep the person wearing the armor from killing you, that could also work, but that would require time and a ritual of some sort.
So, outside of game, what this is telling you is that if you have two people or one person who is able to use cryo magic and light magic and perform a ritual, that person could hold a ritual while everyone else does combat. And at the end of the ritual, it should break the enchantment, is what she's saying.
Got it.
I mean, I've been told I'm attuned to light by that weird
I-
crystal thing that keeps breaking.
I apparently also am attuned to light, but I don't know how to use magic. I've only ever used my staff as like as a weapon when I was training with Ina. And her voice breaks a little bit on Ina's name, but she keeps talking.
Well, what I'd recommend then is I'd recommend learning how to perform ritual magic. One of you who knows how to use light magic, and one of you that knows how to use ice magic. Then if you were to perform ritual magics, those people who were performing the ritual would not be able to do anything besides the ritual while you're doing combat. And then keep the person alive and keep them from killing you and disrupting the ritual until the ritual is complete. In theory, that should work, but that's just based off of conjecture. There's no way to prove that.
Elvira, you, pardon my asking if this is out there, but, would you be able to teach Silica how to use magic? She's been given Silica is very skilled, and I'm sure she could learn if she had someone to teach her.
if you had an aptitude for it, I could be able to teach you the basics enough to be able to get a ritual going. But that does not stop the fact that you would need someone specialized in ice magic too. Or
I mean,
or
seen
at the very
Arya do
least,
a few
or at the very
things.
least, somebody that knows how to use some kind of ice magic, because they'll need to perform an ice-based ritual at the same time. Outside of game, this is somebody who either has an ice affinity or somebody who has an elementalist ritual ritual as a skill.
That would be
Arya.
Arya, wouldn't it?
Arya, do you have those? Or either
I'm
one of
looking
those?
right now.
Maybe next level up, you take a ritual. We have time still, kind of.
Yeah,
have time.
I have elementalist and elemental magic.
So yeah, you would need the elementalist ritual, which is a skill that you can get at a later level, and that would be able to account for that part.
And I already have ritual spiritism, so technically
also-
I could do ritual light magic.
Out of game, what this means that if you go with this plan, Arya and Celica would be able to do nothing during combat besides advance the ritual. If you choose to not advance the ritual and do something else, or you get attacked and get injured, then the clock would move backwards. Basically, you have to get the clock to complete for the armor to be removed from her, while also keeping intact to not kill her and to not have the ritual broken by either Celica or Arya taking damage. That is how the ritual
Freaking
works.
complex.
Theoretically possible, though, actually out of character, because
Lonan?
Lonan's a
Lonan-
tank.
Yeah, Lonan smiles and is like, I could get beat up for a really long time.
Lonan's a tank. Hawthorne's a healer. Poppy is a tank DP. Is like a all-rounder. So theoretically, it's possible. It would just be very difficult. And what is
This is-
what is
This is where turn-based tactics come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is floor 10. This is the reason why y'all are learning this information is now you all have an idea of how you'll have to handle that floor before going in.
Yeah, and we still have to get to floor 10 first, but and what is Zarina's do we know anything about her?
You know nothing about her class or anything like that. You can ask, but you're not there with her right now.
Yeah, right now she's with Arya and Hawthorne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I will because it's helpful for y'all as characters to note is that she is one of her classes is Esper. The other is Tinkerer and Lore Master. Those are her 3 classes.
Okay.
Okay, I have that written down now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only on page 3 of my notes today. Are you proud of me? I've learned how to condense a little. That and I came 2 hours late, but that's the point.
All right. This is really helpful, Elvira. Thank you.
I met someone who says I have magic, but I don't know how to use it. Apparently I do. I mean, I have a blessing, so would you be willing to try and teach me a little? You said I had a light affinity before. I'm not sure how you knew that, but I mean, I learned that from the blood orb.
I mean, I just assumed that Delphira knows basically everything. She's a bit...
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can teach you the basics.
Really? Thank you. That would be much appreciated. Yeah. And so Celica's eyes sparkle a little bit because she's like both happy to hopefully have a possible solution, and also because she's excited to learn light magic, considering she's been a healer all her life just through herbalism. So now she's like, wait, I might be able to do magic now to do that too. So how does this work?
I mean, train you over time, probably maybe 3 hours a day. We can get you enough to be able to use rituals by the time you hit the 10th floor.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, speaking of getting to the 10th floor and all that, is there anything we should know before we delve into the dungeon? We're gonna go in pretty soon.
I mean, there's a lot you could know.
Is there anything specific you think we should look out for, other than obviously the 10th floor?
One, the first floors are simple. There's not a whole lot of corridors or tunnels. Matter of fact, the first floor in itself is literally just 3 rooms. And then it's not until you get into later floors where it becomes a labyrinth.
Okay. That's very helpful. Thank you. Is there any? I know there's not a ton of traps in Farish's dungeon, from the few things I've seen on the Quailan devices. Are there any Colosseums in the first few floors? I know there's sometimes
Floor 5. But it's a pretty simple one. I believe last time that I remember is that there was some kind of aquatic monster there. But that could have changed since then.
It's still useful information. Thank you, Delvera.
Sure.
Is there anything that you want us to get while we're out prepping supplies for the dungeon? Anything you don't have here that we could grab for you?
I think you're gonna have your hands full.
Yeah, but we live with you now. Seems
Yeah,
fair
we
to
wanna
ask
make sure
about
our
stuff
drinking
like
buddy's
that.
okay.
Just grab some stuff for food. Be good enough for me.
Will do. I'll add it to my list. And Celica pulls out like a little notepad and a quill that out of like her little bag and just writes out like adds it to like what is like, if anyone, I don't know if anyone's in position to be able to see it, but what is like a very neat like almost inventory like list. Just because Celica's like very much like keeps everything very organized about like keeping stock of everything from her herbalism days.
Oh wow. That's the neatest handwriting I've ever seen.
Thank you, Lana. Wait, can you even read this?
No.
Well, I'm glad you at least think it's neat, even if you can't read it. That must mean it looks pretty good.
He does. Yeah, I think being all that time I spent learning to read, and now I'm back to not knowing.
Celica walks over to Lonan and like puts her forehead against his, kind of like how her and Shireen did back before Shireen left. I was like, it's okay. I can help teach you. I'm pretty good at reading and writing. I mean, I had to do it a lot for when I ran my herbalist shop.
Really?
Yeah, you have to keep track of all of the herbs that we use, and it's good to have written down what they do, or else you might accidentally mix stuff up.
I just mean, I've been told I'm a pretty slow learner, so, I mean, I don't want to bother you.
Well, I mean, we're friends, right? And you're stuck here for the foreseeable future. I might as well help you, right? I want you to, be able to move through the world without having to rely on Arya or I. Because I'm sure you're not as bad a learner as you think.
Thank you. He seems very shy. Kind of kicks a rock a little bit.
Celica, like, backs up with a giggle. Anyway, sorry, Delphira. Got distracted there.
Flirt all you want.
Flirt?
No, we're not flirting.
Celica's tail puffs up and her
dialogue.
ears go just like straight up, and she just looks like mortified. I have. Well, it's complicated, but not with Lonan.
Deer in headlights.
Sure.
Yeah, she's my friend. We're not.
Yeah.
Men and women can be friends without it being flirting.
Yeah, and whatever that exchange was, definitely just friends.
I have a complex about it, okay? I didn't learn how
have
to
a
read
girlfriend.
back in my world. I didn't learn how
Congratulations.
to read or write back in my world until I was like 12. People made fun of me for it all the time.
Hey, I'm not one to judge. Whatever you all want to do.
Celica just like hides her face in her hands, and it's just like, thank you again, Delphira. Do you mind if I come back tomorrow to start learning from you?
Aren't you sleeping here tonight?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we do have to move out tonight from from the guild hall. We don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I guess we will be moving in here tonight.
Why don't you all go grab your stuff and come on back, and we can set up an area for you to train you.
All right, that sounds like a perfect plan. All right, we'll get right on that. We'll be back later then, and
Sure.
I'll try to remember when we go to the store, or when we go back to the bazaar, I'll bring back some food stuff for the kitchen.
You see, she grabs her shotgun and starts loading rounds into it. I've got the perfect idea for how to train you into rituals, don't worry.
Celica her ears flatten just a little bit, like not like full airplane ears, but like just a little lower, and like kind of sweats a little bit. Like, I'm eager to learn from you. Anyway, Loden, Naza, let's go see if the others have any got anything from the researchers. And Celica kind of like grabs Naza and Lonen's like arms and starts walking out towards the door.
You see, as you grab Naza, Naza's clothes kind of clang with a metallic sound.
Naza.
She kind of pulls out an entire candelabra from her coat and puts it back on the table.
How did you even fit that in your... never mind. I know better than to question you.
Before we go, I'm gonna grab Naza from Silica, and I'm just gonna shake her a little bit to see if anything else falls out.
Clang, 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 several metal plates another candelabra, an entire metal metal pitcher, and like several maybe like 30 or 40 zenith.
Oh my gosh.
You just can't help yourself, can you, you little klepto?
Yeah, sure.
If you really need money that badly that you would steal from a sad woman who lives alone in an empty
Lonan,
house.
hack!
He forgot that Delphira was within earshot.
Lonan, you
Lonan,
hear the
this-
sound. You hear the sound of a glass bottle hurtling towards you.
He'll let it hit him.
Yep, just
Like, I
crash.
deserve this.
Empty glass bottle breaks across the back of your head. Take 1 damage.
I deserve that.
Deserved. Very deserved.
He'll then walk out with Naza. Oh.
Celica sighs, face palms a little bit, waves to Delphira, and then follows them out. Later, Delphira.
Bye. And you hear the sound of a cork unpopping from another bottle. Right, and do y'all head back to the villa, or do y'all head over to meet up with the others?
Well, I don't think we know where the others are. Like, we know they're with the
Okay.
researchers, but I don't think we know where the researchers are. So I think we'd head back to the villa.
I think we head back to the villa and we make sure that everything is packed so we're not like we're
Yeah.
all ready to move out at once.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we will cut back over to the other group. Malady places a cup of tea in front of you, Hawthorne in front of you, Arya, and then one for Zarina, and then puts one in front of herself. And you can see that as she sits in the chair kind of lifts up about 2 inches and scoots forward. You can see little skeletal hands at where the feet of the chair are, kind of crawling across the ground to scoot her in.
Out of character, I can't decide if that's cool or creepy.
That's a lot of necromancy. Is it cool or is it creepy? Or is it both?
So, what questions do you have?
Oh boy, where to start? Well, I was wondering first, I have recently been working on understanding my magic a bit better. I haven't had any teachers, and I was wondering if you knew much about the type of magic I have.
What kind of magic can you do?
Lightning and fire?
So, in the elemental category.
Yes.
I know a little bit about elementalism. It's about understanding the concepts of nature, and it's not much different in that sense from understanding how trees work, how things burn, how things freeze. If you can understand how these things fundamentally happen, you'll be able to understand magic better.
Oh, all right. Well, I have studied some of that quite a bit in my schooling, and you see, I'm an artist, and we studied quite a bit about that information and how all that works. Makes it a lot easier to be able to draw and paint them. All right.
So, answer this question. You said lightning. How does lightning happen?
Well, there's the positive and negative trying to balance themselves out between the sky and the earth.
And what generates lightning?
Oh, I see. Just understanding the basic elements and how it starts. Is that it?
That's it. Magic is about manipulating that beginning part and being able to direct it. Well, at least elementalists. So, when you're looking at magic at its root, for example, let's say with fire, and she holds out her hand, you imagine inside of your mind's eye the air above your hand and the kinds of things that would need to happen in order for fire to take place, right? So the air moves against itself rather fast, creating friction, and then a spark, and then you see a small mote of fire appear above her hand. There you go. You see she closes her hand and the fire disappears. Being able to understand that the basics of that will be able to help you understand how magic works. Going from there into the more advanced stuff is how you can adjust things. For example, being able to shoot fire in a direction. How do you get it to move? And if you understand how it fundamentally works and are able to imagine it, as long as you have the mana to be able to back it up, you can make it happen. If you try to exert yourself past the kind of mana that you have, that enters into a mana depletion state where you can render yourself unconscious. So understanding your own limits is also important.
You know, that makes a lot more sense than I was expecting. I was expecting something along the lines of you just have to feel it and a lot of practice. And once you know how you can feel it, then you'll eventually learn how to command it. And I don't know. I did the first time I manipulated lightning. I was rather angry.
And what did you imagine happening?
Well, it was some manacles. I imagined them being completely destroyed and bursting into flame.
And what happened?
Lightning struck from my hands to them.
And so imagination is the root of it all. But being able to understand how it fundamentally works, that's how you can get it to take shape better. If you try to leave things up too much to imagination, then things can potentially happen that are not what you
Disastrous.
intended.
Yes. I'm wondering, also, since so much of the elementalism with the nature aspect is about understanding it, is it the same when it comes to healing magic?
Healing and necromancy are two sides of the same coin. That is about understanding the very concepts of life and death. If you can understand why something dies, what death entails, and understand what parts of it you are capable of manipulating, you can understand it better. Same goes for life and light. That is why people who specialize in healing magic also have a very firm grasp of how the body can naturally be healed or be healed through medicine.
I see. You know what? Okay, so I don't know if this would make sense, but I studied a lot about the body as well. I don't know if you've ever drawn, you very well may have. I don't know if you've ever drawn a body and understood how the muscles are placed and where they are and how they move. And that was part of one of the things that my teacher taught me for learning how to draw all of it. So it's very much understanding that as well.
My teacher taught me that too. She's a bit of a bodybuilder, if you will.
Out
I
of
see.
character smacking you.
All right. So just all of magic is just understanding the natural form of it all?
Yep. And then you understand how you can manipulate it with magic.
And it's all just fueled by mana.
Yep. Mana is your ability to effectively exert your own imagination upon the environment around you.
And then there's those spells that I've read that use Magistones instead of your own mana. Why do they require Magistone instead of one's own?
Those particular spells are simplified in a way that anyone who were able to read them will be able to use them without having to understand how they work fundamentally. Basically, think of it like this. If somebody were to write down exactly how something works, and then shorten it and shorten it and shorten it again, and then give you that, you would be able to bypass your own need for your imagination of how things work. And by doing that, the amount of mana that is needed in order for it to happen increases to a point where your body can no longer take it. So therefore it leans on a Magistone, which is a much larger well of mana.
And as well as that, the words that go along with it, because one doesn't understand the information behind it?
That's correct. That is the short form.
All right. That explains my dear friend here, and she gestures to Hawthorne, unfortunately paid the price of a mistake I made. Have you heard of the spell of making an endless trash bin?
It's old demon magic, yeah?
I've heard of someone doing it, and they told me how, and I tested it out, and unfortunately it drained my friend here.
Let me show you this here. This is perfect.
Arya,
You see-
fine. Don't worry about it.
You
I
see,
still feel so bad.
You see, she goes and rummages through her chest and brings back a small like leather sack and places it on the table. Okay, we've had a little discussion about how magic works, right? This particular spell, right, is able to essentially take something that is placed within it and completely dematerialize it, tearing it apart bit by bit, right?
Yes.
So, how does that work? How would something be able to tear something into such minuscule pieces that
Just
the volume
taking it
doesn't
down
matter?
to the molecular level?
Good, you understand molecules. Okay.
But what I don't understand is where those molecules go in that container, because wouldn't it eventually fill with microscopic molecules?
That's exactly the point. It's called an endless receptacle because of the fact that it would take too long for any one person to be able to fill it in its entirety, right?
Oh, so it doesn't just vanish. I thought it just vanished. That's why it didn't make sense.
Exactly. They put it in a way that anyone would be able to understand it without having to understand things like molecules.
Oh, all right. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Oh, thank you so much. That was driving me insane trying to figure out why it just... Oh my goodness.
Okay.
This has helped
Now-
me so much. Thank you.
Now, starts off really easy. You see that she goes and puts a small cup of water in front of you. Water, one of the easiest to understand molecules. Do you understand how it's made?
Yes.
Okay.
Hydrogen, oxygen.
So I want you to think about that, right? And I want you to think about those molecules being torn apart while channeling your mana into this bag.
So put the water in the bag in its
Don't worry
molecular
about that
form.
yet. Don't worry about that yet. We're imagining right now about pouring the water into the bag, and that when it travels into the bag, it's torn apart molecularly.
Almost like vaporizing into the bag.
Exactly. So now imagine that as you channel your mana into the bag.
All right. Wait, should we have Hawthorne move back? I don't want to hurt anyone.
It's fine. It's fine. We're doing this from your imagination, so we're gonna be using your own
Okay.
mana here.
All right. All right. And she kind of almost hyper focuses and like ignores everything but the water with her vision and then just channel some of that mana and imagines exactly what she said.
Okay. I want you to go ahead and make me a double willpower roll. You're going to make a series of these. The first DC is a DC 14, then DC 12, DC 10, then DC 8. So we're gonna start with the DC 14, the difficulty level 14.
Damn.
Okay,
So close.
fail. So you feel your mana kind of pull into this, and you feel it kind of tug as you're struggling to understand exactly how this works. Go ahead and roll again. Now it's a difficulty level of 12.
Still both willpower?
Yep.
All right.
Dang.
No, 0 is a 10.
I
0 is
know.
a 10.
Yeah.
So you feel it pull. I want you to go ahead and subtract 20 mana, 20 mind points from your thing. As you feel your mana pull into this bag as this bag takes on a bluish shape, a bluish color, and you see that Malady kind of claps for you. Says, "Hey, there you go. You got it."
I didn't realize it would change color as well. I don't know why I didn't think it would, but
It helps to be able to wrap your mind around it changing its property. Now go ahead and pour the water in.
all right. And then you want difficulty 10?
No, you made it. You made the check now. So now you just
Okay.
pour the water in.
All right. Here we go.
As you pour the water in, you see as it passes the threshold of the bag, you see it turn into vapor and settle at the bottom.
I did it.
There you go.
Hawthorne, did you see that?
I did. Good work, Aria. Knew you could do it.
Oh, thank you.
That's magic. You just learned enchanting.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
This is the most base form of ritual spells. And keep going on training on stuff like this, and you'll be able to understand rituals.
Okay.
Rituals are as far as your imagination can take you. You can do practically anything as long as you can understand how it works fundamentally.
I'm very
I-
interested in the healing magic. I'm afraid of learning it, though. Like I said, I don't want to hurt anyone. You see, we're beginning delvers, and I would love to be able to have the ability to help.
One of the easiest things I can recommend practicing is if any of your party ends up with small cuts, just practice focusing on the imagination of what closing that wound would look like and how it would function. Practice with that. That is the most basic form of healing. The deeper and more intricate the wound is, the harder it is to heal because you need to understand fundamentally.
Yes,
wrong.
and you probably wouldn't be able to see it as much, therefore harder to know exactly what needs to be done.
This is why the top of the line healers also study things like anatomy and medicine, because you need to understand what it is you're healing. You can't just put all of your thoughts and hopes and prayers into get better, get better, get better.
Yeah, not wishing on a star for it, but actually understanding.
There are some instances where this is different through the case of like things like magic items, magitech, things like that can facilitate an easier understanding of it. Those things kind of break the laws of understanding, making the gap between what you need to understand and what is happening smaller.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually quite relieved. I was afraid this was going to be a little hard to wrap my head around because not all of it would be logical because it's magic, and I was just told that magic doesn't always make it easy to understand. It is something, a talent that someone has. But the fact that it's logical, this is such a relief.
Everyone has some kind of affinity, but that's usually
dependent upon who the person is and their lived experiences, which tends to lean itself towards things that you've learned. For example, while you might seem as talent or skill, somebody growing up having a fascination with trees, right, would slowly over time learn how trees worked, right? Because they were
Yeah.
interested in it. And then, after time, they might want to grow their own trees and they would learn how that process works. That is no different than an affinity.
Okay, so a person's natural curiosity and following that, what some would call passion, very similar to one's affinity.
Exactly.
All right.
If you'll notice, people's affinities usually tend to align with their lived experiences and things that they enjoy or find interest in. People who care to help one another and heal the wounded tend toward lean towards light affinities. People with a fascination with death and what that entails tend to lean towards dark affinities. People with a fascination for fire tend to lean towards fire affinities, and so forth, so on.
I see. This has all been so very helpful. Thank you. Oh,
course.
Before I forget, I mentioned before, we've been very fascinated with the armor we've heard of. Actually, my friend Hawthorne here has learned a little more than I about this. And, well, what I'm trying to understand with how this is magic being logical, how is it that armor can be imbued with so much mana that it kind of does its own thing? Like a mimic?
Well, think about it like this. Have you ever studied magnets?
Yes.
So you understand that magnets will be able to attract certain types of metal or repulse certain other kinds of magnets, yes?
Yes, the positive and the negative ions.
Mm-hmm. Think of it like this. The essence of the armor, right,
Yes.
is able to pull on an individual who it essentially is attracted to in that sense. It wants to feed on the life force, not because of a malicious intent or because of a desire, but because that it is what it feeds on. Like, similar to things like gravity or the tides.
But wait, these armors, what I've been told, are cursed to do these things.
That's terminology used by people who don't understand the nature of magia and magic.
Oh.
They call it cursed because the person or entity on the other side of receiving end of this is usually afflicted in some negative way, right? Just like if they were afflicted in a positive way, they might see it as a blessing.
Oh.
If somebody comes over to you, right, places their hands upon your wound, and when they lift their hands away, the wound is now healed. That is a blessing. That is light magic at work, right? Even if somebody just came over and used a needle and a thread to sew your wound closed, what's the difference?
Oh, I see.
The difference is perception. The ability to understand how it works fundamentally.
Well, if one can understand how the metal of an armor fundamentally came to be, then how can you change it to want to do these horrible things that these armors do? I mean, fascinating, but at the root, very painful things.
Certainly painful. But think about it this way. Why was the armor made this way?
That's a very good question. From what I understand, torture.
But if it was torture, it would be a torture device, not armor.
Eternal protection through pain?
So it causes pain. What does pain do?
It raises adrenaline and alerts the body to an injury?
Exactly. So, why might a soldier want to be in a constant state of adrenaline?
For strength.
So, what is the armor intended to do?
Trigger strength.
There you go. So, now that you
That's
understand that
cruel.
fundamentally, you can understand how it works. So therefore, magia.
Wait, so we have opposites in elementalism. How would we undo such a thing? There's a theory that these armors can be removed and the being inside surviving. Can one undo it simply by understanding how it works?
If you could understand the different aspects of how the armor works and directly counteract those, I imagine, yes, you could remove it. Right? So, there is the physical aspect of the armor, right? Which embeds itself in the bones of the wearer. That would need to be removed, right? There is the aspect of the darkness of the armor, dark magic. And that is probably what channels through the contraptions embedded into the bone. So having that being able to be undone with light magic, directly counteracting it, would allow you to be able to remove the armor bit by bit. And then there's the fire aspect of it, which probably creates a generation of a shield or shield-like thing to prevent it from being tampered with.
Oh, so ice and light.
There you have it. In theory.
So it would be like demagnetizing a magnet.
Exactly. You hit it with its polar opposites. And then it should be as easy as taking off as any other mundane armor.
Well, except for the adrenaline on the being.
And how do
Would
you
a
undo
sedative
adrenaline?
help with that?
There you go. You understand. Counteraction. Sedative or simply unconsciousness.
Yes. Big trouble would be how would you get the sedative into a person running on adrenaline?
And now you're thinking like a magic wielder.
Interesting. So magicians and those wielding magic are simply scientists.
There's a reason that magia and magitech go hand in hand.
This has been immensely helpful. Hawthorne, do you have any other questions for our wonderful new friend here?
Say, Malady,
Yeah, what's up?
does your boss treat you okay?
Oh yeah, she's great. Honestly, funded this whole trip because I thought it'd be cool to go check this place out.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good to hear. How are things where you're from?
Hollow Lake's a lot different than this. It rains all the time. Lots of big buildings. Lots of research into dark magic.
Fascinating. So you said that it rains all the time, which is very intriguing. It sounds like my kind of place, but yet a guy I once knew back home said that it can't rain all the time.
I don't
I
mean
think he turned
literally
into
all
a
the time.
bird when that happened.
Well, I don't mean all the time. Just a figure of speech.
Oh, I see.
Very
Yes, of
frequently.
course.
May I ask you a sort of trivial question?
Sure, ask away.
Do you like the smell of rain?
I do. It's comforting. Although I haven't had a sense of smell since I died, so...
I wonder if that could be changed.
It's something I've looked into. I've been able to get back my sensation of touch and taste, but smell is kind of hard.
Well, if you could get taste, so much of taste relies on smell, so couldn't you find a way to do something similar? In theory, it would make sense.
Yeah, it's something that I've been researching. like I said, magic. It's all research.
Yes.
It
Well-
sounds like it.
Yeah. And I'm so very glad to hear that you're being treated well. I know not everyone is very kind to others outside their own race.
Yeah. It's not all bad. Hollowake's good to the undead.
Oh, that's wonderful. I want to repay you in some way for all your help. Do you happen to like art?
I do.
Arya will pull out the painting she did that morning. Could I repay you with this, or maybe a portrait of yourself?
No, this is beautiful. This is well done.
Thank you. This was this morning's sunrise.
I see the Huma bird there too.
Yes, I know not everyone is fond of the Huma bird, however, I did see it, so it's accurate. Do you like the Huma bird?
It's a fascinating subject. There's been a lot of research into the Huma bird. Supposedly there's a
Yes.
city on its back.
A city?
Yeah.
Since you seem to be fascinated, I don't know if this is something that you would be comfortable answering. And if not, please don't worry about answering. And Arya will pull out the little vial of that golden ink-like liquid she captured this morning. Could you help me understand this? It came
Interesting.
from the bird this morning.
It looks like it's infused with some kind of light magic.
Some of it touched my hand, and it was like a powder or dust of some sort. And I felt so hopeful. And when I was able to get some into the vial, it became liquid. Also, it has a scent. It's quite pleasant, somewhat floral. I don't recognize the floral scent. However, it is slightly floral, very faint.
You mind if I...
No, please.
And she uncorks it.
It's Luz. Or
Light?
Luz. Yeah. It's here in Ferocia, it's a term that they use.
L-U-Z.
Here in Ferocia, it's a term they use for a type of tree that bears nuts. And it's a symbol in ancient Ferocian culture that means hope.
It's liquid hope.
Yeah.
Is it
Suppose.
perhaps... Okay, this might be a bit bizarre of a correlation. I could be very well wrong. Could it, by chance, be originally like a powdered form of the resin or the sap of that tree and then becomes a liquid once contained?
Perhaps. Legends say that city on the Huma bird's back, Alborz is the name of it. Legend has
So?
it there's a very...
That's A-L-B-O-R-Z.
Thank you.
Legend.
Sorry.
Legend has it that there is a large Luz tree. In the center of that was planted long ago by Mithra, the previous dungeon lord. And it was meant as a symbol of hope to all the beastkin who called Ferocia home.
Wait, could it be the pollen of the tree?
Perhaps. I'd imagine you would need to see the tree up close in order to confirm, but good
Yeah,
luck
the
getting up there.
likelihood of that, yes. All right. And I'm afraid to test what it does other than that feeling of hope. But do you think it has any properties other than that pleasant feeling?
Well, from a strictly hypothetical standpoint, I imagine that it being portrayed into this ink form, that maybe were it used as a paint, it could convey the same kind of feeling to those who see it.
Her head snaps up and looks at her. As a paint.
Yeah.
She turns to Hawthorne.
I mean, what is art if not hope-inspiring?
I'm writing that in quotes to him right now.
Arya just starts bawling.
I'd imagine
Hawthorne's
that...
gonna awkwardly pat you on the shoulder.
I'd imagine that as a painter, you can surmise that the feeling that you could bring about by somebody witnessing the painting would be amplified by the feeling of hope that this paint would offer in a magic sort of sense. Think of it like this, a capstone to a moving painting. I would use it very, very carefully. Think consciously of what it is you're going to paint with it. Something that would inspire greatly those who were to see it.
Wait, a moving painting?
Not literally. Although I suppose that's not outside of the realm of possibility.
Yes, no, I understand what you mean now. For some reason I was thinking literally.
Well, the talk of magic will do that.
Yes, no, I definitely understand. No, that possibility. I've never been able to capture what I'm able to truly see or feel in my art, but oh my goodness.
Well, if there was ever a way to be able to portray hope, this paint would be able to do it.
Guys, I'm actually crying.
Miles claims another.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've been a
course.
wonderful help.
I'll be here for another month, so if you have
A
any
whole
questions,
month.
feel free to come and ask.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't say it enough. And if you ever desire to have any art or, I mean, I even know how to make some alcohol if that's your cup of tea, if you will.
Can't get drunk, unfortunately.
Well, maybe if you just enjoy the taste.
That would be nice.
Or if you just need a friend.
Feel free to stop by whenever, especially if you find anything interesting in the dungeon, huh?
Yes, let's hope that all goes well there.
And remember what I've taught you about magic so far.
Oh, I promise I'm not going to be forgetting anytime soon. Hawthorne, I'm sorry, I've been really hogging the conversation.
Oh,
Was
no,
there
I
anything
don't-
else you wanted to learn?
Say, Melody, how do people outside of Ferocia feel about demons and beastkin and the like?
Demons are one thing. Beastkin are treated more or less the same as any other humans, elves, and basically any other race. Demons have a sort of a different perspective from individuals. Given that the majority of the most heinous events that have been documented in history have been attributed to demons. Specifically, the demon lords. The majority of demons tend to follow suit with whatever it is the demon lords tend to do. There are some who fall outside of that purview, but not many. So, as a whole, demons are generally met with distrust, at the least. There are some who a little bit more empathetic, tend to treat everyone on an individual base, but unfortunately, that is not a large group of people.
See, they're generally considered the scapegoats, the ones to blame when everything goes wrong, regardless of whether or not it's true.
As a majority, yes, unfortunately, but this is not always the case. There are some who don't view that this way.
Has there ever been a beast lord or demon lord that hasn't had the goal of inflicting pain?
Well, for one, there's only ever been one beast lord. Beast lord and the demon lord are two separate titles.
Yeah, sorry, I misspoke.
No, you're right. And there have been instances where demon lords sought the betterment of demonkind and nothing else, but unfortunately that is not the majority of lived experience.
I see. I can understand how some would then create a bias or prejudice. I'm so sorry.
The most notable of the demon lords is the first demon lord, whose name is lost to time, as the one who inflicted the demon lord's curse on society as a whole. Others that are notable are Person, the Observant, Malthus the Cruel, Anser Malgavi the Spellblood, and Vargraxis the Blackbrand. Person is one that we can remember as being rather benevolent. Person specifically called an end to the war that Malthus the Cruel, his predecessor, had started, and sought only to better the lives of the demons. Although, on the other hand, many were upset because his choice of action was simply recalling all forces and isolating, offered no sense of assistance or help for what happened during the war. Simply a withdrawal. Many believed that if Person wanted truth, wanted peace, he should have done more to help all those who were afflicted by the war.
Yes, it seems like he might have had a bit of tunnel vision in his goal.
Collectively, demons refer to all demon lords as demon lords. Just because they have passed on does not mean that they are no longer a demon lord. Collectively, they are known as Neferthia, the Infernal Pantheon.
Well, that was a good history lesson. I'm afraid I don't know as much about the beginning of them all as the more recent.
Well, there hasn't been a demon lord since Vargraxis the Black Brand. So,
I don't suppose there's any reading material you could loan us on this stuff?
on me, I don't really carry too much about demons. Let's see here.
Hey, DM.
Mhm.
Can I spend a fabulous point for a plot twist?
Is your plot twist that she does have something?
One tiny little scrap of something, yeah.
Okay, I will say this. You can spend a fabulous point to have her have a thing, but it's only going to be covering one particular demon lord. And you
Yeah,
can only
that's
use
fine.
this once. So you'll have to choose which demon lord. Of the 5 that I mentioned, which is the first demon lord, Vargraxis the Black Brand, Person the Observant, Malthus the Cruel, or Anser Malgavi the Spellblood. So you'll have to choose which one that you would want the book on.
Does anybody in the party have any input before I decide?
For context,
I mean, meta knowledge wise, Vargraxis is the other campaign's problem currently. So
for context, the first demon lord is the first demon lord, right? And then you had Malthus the Cruel, who was responsible for one of the large wars that happened between demons and non-demons. Person the Observant, who was his predecessor, who ended that war by withdrawing the forces.
you mean
Anser Malgavi, who was the predecessor to Vargraxis the Black Brand, or Vargraxis the Black Brand, who was the most recent demon lord.
My predecessor.
well, you're not the demon lord yet.
Well, sorry, my theoretical predecessor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But does the rest of the party want to weigh on this before I decide?
Like I said, I will say meta knowledge wise, Vargraxis is the major problem of the other party, and has had many interactions with the other party.
Who we don't know exists yet.
Who we don't know exists. That, like I said, that is entirely meta knowledge, not any. There's no in-character reason for us to need anything about Vargraxis other than you wanting to know necessarily about who
Your
came
predecessor.
directly before you.
And then the only other one would be the original demon lord, who was the one responsible for the creation of like the reasoning why people have magistones in the first place, because it was his curse
That would be my vote.
that necessitated Litha to make magistones,
Theoretically.
as history states.
Lonan?
Yeah,
Do you have
theoretically. Revisionist history and all being a content warning of this
Yeah.
stream, but
I would agree that something along the lines of the first demon lord makes the more
I
sense.
agree with this too.
character.
Okay, that's what I was leaning towards, but I felt like I shouldn't, solely decide without asking y'all's input.
Aw,
I
so
would like to
considerate.
spend my fabula point on that specifically, the
Okay.
first one.
Go ahead and spend it. I do have one book, I think, that covers about as much as you can expect to understand about the first demon lord. If that would interest you.
Yeah, actually, I feel like if we could better understand, just him or the times, that we could have a better grasp on things now.
This
If
one-
you don't mind parting with it for a bit.
I will say this particular tome is rather expensive. Would you mind making a magical arrangement with me for its return?
Yeah, certainly.
Basically what it'll do is, in the event that I leave the city before you return it to me, it will just magically teleport into my bag.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
cool.
That's It's really convenient.
How long do you think you'll be in town? Do you know?
I'll be here for about a month.
Oh, I see. Yes, that should be plenty of time.
I'd prefer if you bring it back to me in person, but in the
I will
event.
certainly do my best.
All right. You see, she goes and heads over to her bookcase and pulls off one of the books. And as she does, you see that a sort of like weird-looking green silhouette of a specter appears, and she whispers something to it, and it lets go of the book. And she walks over to you. All right. Hand on the cover of the book.
Sure, and I'm going to very carefully touch the book.
And then just
Open palm.
And then just repeat after me.
Sure.
Should the owner of this book
Should the owner of this book
leave the city of Ferocia
leave the city of Ferocia
without this book in her possession,
without this book in her possession,
it shall leave my possession and end up back in hers.
it shall leave my possession and end up back in hers.
And with that, you see one of your. You can choose which fingernail, but one of your fingernails becomes painted black.
I'm so genuinely out of character thankful that you said painted black. and not where I thought that was going for a second. It's gonna be let's go with the right pinky, just because.
All right, here you go.
Could have been the middle finger, so when you flip someone off, it's black.
Thank you.
It's all yours.
Do you happen to know if anyone has a book or record of each level of the dungeon?
Oh, that's not documented. Not to mention, it changes regularly,
That's
especially the
unfortunate.
lower floors.
Yes, I mean, that would make sense. It was a long shot, but weirder things are recorded, so.
Well, I mean, there is some general stuff noted. I mean, the first Colosseum being on the 5th floor, the first boss floor being on the 10th. I believe it's also noted that the 5th floor is an aquatic floor, and that the 10th floor is an arena.
I see. Sorry, my last question for now. Do you happen to have a type of anatomy book for different races? I understand human and elven.
I don't think I do. But
That's
you
correct.
should be able to find one at the library here if you go looking. I believe it's in the 2nd ring, so you'll need to get access first.
All right, that's good information. Thank you so much. And again, if you would wish to have a friend or any way we could repay you,
Sure, come by and visit anytime.
thank you very much, Melody.
I would be delighted to.
Right.
It's been wonderful talking to you.
I have some research to get to, so if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoy, and let us know if you run into any trouble with anyone, and we'll definitely be there to help you out.
Yeah, no one I wouldn't mind picking the brain of, you know?
That sounds delightful. All
Thank
right.
you again for your time. If you'll excuse us, we'll be on our way.
Have a good one.
You as well.
Yeah.
Melody, our beloved.
And as we walk out, I nudge Hawthorne with my shoulder against his arm and say thank you for indulging my curiosity and for coming along with me for this.
Yeah, of course.
And
talking to some nature researchers sounded like a nice change of pace.
yes, I think we learned some really wonderful information. And I got to say, your effort and success in changing those other researchers' opinions and views, that was very impressive.
Oh, thank you. I had to resist the urge to smash their faces together, but
I was about to do that if they did not change their minds, but you have a way of understanding how people think.
comes from a lot of practice.
Well, it meant a lot to me that you helped out and that we had this little group together to learn so much. Anyways, we should probably head back, but... And then she'll lean over and kiss his cheek and say, thank you again.
Oh. Of course. And just face switches up. Not, almost, not quite a pout, but like a little confused.
Like, ew!
No, like the classic meme of the white lady doing math, and you can see the equations.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, did I misunderstand? Hold on, how did we get here?
She could just be affectionate, you know.
He's not used to anyone being affectionate.
As you all head back to meet back up at the villa, before recovering from everything, what are you all doing as you make it back to the villa?
I think Lonan. Yeah, I think he'll turn to Silica and say, I'm sorry if that came out as like flirting or whatever. I that was not my intention. I didn't mean to.
No, that's just... I just meant that I was gonna help you learn how to, read Scanaian. That's...
Right.
I think Delphira was poking fun at us.
Right. People are a lot more cavalier about that kind of thing in this world.
Affection?
Like courtship and things like that. Normally, you don't really talk about these things unless,
It's
normally you just
teased
don't
about
talk about
here
these
and
things.
there, here and, well, especially in Ferocia, if you don't, court young, but I just meant it as friendly and affection, that's all.
Yes, that's what I meant too, and honestly, I've never really had a head for romance. It confuses me more than anything.
Says all men ever.
Celica bites her lip a little to keep from saying a lot of things confuse Lonan, and just...
Naza kind of pats you on the back, Lonan, and it's like, there, we'll explain it when you're older.
Celica, gently slaps Nasha with her tail. Be nice, little menace.
It's alright. Yeah, I always got a lot of flack for being nervous about that kind of stuff. Guess it's my Catholic upbringing.
You're lick what now?
Celica just tilts her
What now?
Celica just kind of tilts her head, shakes it, and this is otherworld stuff that I don't understand, and just ignores it.
You see Naza kind of raises her hand. Listen, I'm just happy to hear it's not your rat lick upbringing or something. I'm good.
No, Catholic. It means universal. Never mind. It'd be too much to explain. Um. Well. Hey, Silica. Speaking of changing the subject, is there any kind of like frozen treat that's on sale in this world during the summer? Because, ice cream was like the big thing back in my day, and that was always really nice.
DM, is there? I assume there is. It's a desert place, and
Yeah, there's a thing. There are two different things. I'll let you roll to determine which one's available. You can go ahead and just roll me any die. Evens, it's gonna be called Sharbat. Odds, it's gonna be Falure.
okay, I'll just. Roll. Roll a d20. Even.
Evens.
So what was that?
I said Sharbat. So you can see it's basically shaved ice placed inside of a bowl with a sort of rose water and fruit juice mixed in over top. It is by the way, this is canonical and also historical, the ancestor to snow cones.
That is really cool.
Has been around since 500 BC for those interested. And they were
I
using
love this fact. Thank you so much, history nerd. I appreciate this detail.
I love
so basically
this.
Seriously, Riles is so extra in the best way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
every single name that you've ever heard has it has a second meaning.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they're all very much purposeful.
And I've been
just-
documenting all of them.
So Sharbat, which I will get you a picture of here.
Oh, we get pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yippee. Picture
This
books for my
is
stomach.
Sharbat. I'll put it in the group chat. This is historical. This is strawberry Sharbat here.
Okay, that looks yummy.
Ooh.
Wait, why is
Um,
there watermelon behind it if it's strawberry?
This one might be watermelon Sharbat actually. But the one in particular for this would be made. There would be the different flavors of the different berries that y'all would have had earlier. So there's the sour green one. There is the
green.
the purple one. There's the purple one
Hey, I
and
got
and the red one as well.
I was just thinking we could, since it's gonna be our last night, or since we're moving out the villa, we could get some for everyone on our way there to celebrate.
Yeah, that's a really sweet idea. Yeah, it's still in a lot of places, but Sharbat, it's a pretty nice cold treat that I like. We should be able to get some on the way back.
Alright.
We can get it for everybody.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, follow me.
Just wanted. Yeah. He follows you.
And he gets the green one.
Yes. Ooh, green.
Yeah, green like your armor.
Favorite color.
How much zenith would this be, do you think?
These run about 15 zenith a drink because they're expensive.
Yeah.
Really? Jeez. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, still. 50, 30, so 60.
It's a lot.
Also, for any of you nerds
There we go.
here that love this, love this shit, here you go. And I'll post this in the server too.
Hold on.
There's the recipe on how to make it.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, please.
Let's go. I spelled it right.
I didn't get the
I
H.
got it.
Okay. Need it. Ooh, green. Are you sure?
It was my idea. I'm not gonna make you pay for my idea.
You see, Naz is like, no, I got it.
Oh
No.
no.
Wait, are you just paying with my money?
And she clinks your coin purse as you walk towards the Sharbot. The Sharbot stand.
Well, I did offer to pay, so I guess that's the same.
As you all get your Sharbot and head back to the others and link up, I think that is where we're going to call it. No cliffhanger this time.
Yay!
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
just
Wow.
had one frozen
How
tree.
kind of you.
This might be the first no cliffhanger ever in any tabletop game.
we end on a nice, sweet treat. Look at this wholesome game campaign that we've never had trauma in ever.
Yeah, because you
And
know,
only
it's
one person cried.
just because it's always nice to have a sweet palate cleanser before the bitter taste of
Oh,
Yeah.
Exception!
Of next episode,
Oh
where
no.
we go into the dungeon and probably get killed.
False sense of security.
It's the calm before the storm.
Don't worry, guys. I have a feeling that everything will be just. And I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
So we'll see you next time for FNF
Yeah.
Decursio episode 8, A Sour Taste.
Is that actually?
Oh my gosh. Of course.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Don't worry, the sour taste
everybody.
is just great. Good night, everybody.
This is why I have trust issues.
Really?